What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CUBCAM TV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts. I'm super excited to be back inside the building once again. It's been a brief minute since we last did a video, but I am so excited to get into this one. The video for Headie 1, Siberia, alongside Burna Boy, has just dropped, so we're going to get into a reaction right about now. Obviously, breaking it down, doing all the analytics and all that good stuff. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like and a comment, all of that good stuff, and of course, following on Instagram as well, at KXVU. On all social media platforms. Get involved. The thing to remember about this video is, of course, there will be a lot of cuts and pauses. YouTube basically blocks the videos if we don't chop them up and do a bit more talking and a little less of the actual music video, so that's how we do it. But if you want to check out the full unedited version, head over to patreon.com/CubCamTV and you can check them out over there. So without any further ado, let's get into this one. I'm excited. I always find it very, very weird hearing very electronic-based rappers, so going over sort of drill beats and sort of very electronically produced tunes. I always find it very weird hearing them going over sort of acoustic guitars. It's always something that's kind of been a little bit strange for me. I don't know why that is, but it just kind of does. Also, I'm really interested on this one to see how Headie 1 and Burna link up just before we actually get into the first breakdown. It's going to be interesting to see what Burna does.
The band was all like Siberia. I had my shack in a school cafeteria. The man just talking that for the Lineca. Just wanna tell me like Johnny.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? It's Headie 1 being very, very relaxed with what he does, and he does normally have quite a stripped back, quite I don't want to say lazy, but quite louche flow in the way he just kind of moves around quite freely. He's not super strict to the beats he uses, and this is quite like a slow instrumental as well. This is interesting. I'm getting a very Americanized kind of feel from this one. Definitely that sort of ATL sort of sound, the very, very auto-tuned sound as well. It's cool. I'm interested in it.
And then Kingfisher didn't do well on my literature. Now it's just fire in the booth, no fire extinguisher. Fuck that Prime Minister, the system is sinister. Lord, I just need this.
True. I'm not going to say F, but yeah, not a good... Actually, yeah, fuck the Prime Minister right now. He's not a good person. This is cool, man. I'm enjoying the sort of journey it's going on. It's got a lot of emotion to it. It's got... there's a lot of things he's discussing, obviously talking about his bro being in a cell now, him being in prison, all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of... it's quite interesting to kind of break it down when it's over this kind of instrumental. It's got a very kind of emotive, almost kind of a very, when I say emotive, it's almost got more of a kind of it sounds almost like a bit of a gal tune, you know. It sounds like you're doing a bit of a love story, but it's not. If you actually listen to the lyricism, it's very much not that at all. So it's quite there's a bit of dissonance going on with me taking it in. Yeah, it's an unusual one, man. I don't know if this was featured on Headie's most recent album, but yeah, it's different, I think is the best way to put it.
I won't lie on the elbow, I lie to the talk, used to lie on my soul, I was riding my mount. Sending on my gun on my bitch by herself. By styling Chanel, sure he's styling as well.
I'm enjoying this new section though, where he's kind of gone into the more sort of harmonized vocals. He's gone into the more sort of chorusing, a little less of the auto-tune, which I have no issue with auto-tune whatsoever, but I feel when you kind of bring out that more natural kind of natural vocal to it as well, it just hits home a little bit more. I'm enjoying the fact that Headie has become such a versatile artist as well. He's not reliant on he was quite reliant on the instrumentals early on, I feel, and now he is very much making this his own, you know. I feel maybe 2 years ago we wouldn't have heard the same sort of expression we're getting from Headie, which is quite cool, and it's good to see him growing as an artist in that regard.
Catch me, my face is familiar. I had my shack in a school cafeteria. The man just talking that for the Lineca. Just wanna tell me like
is that an Americanism? Is that a Londonism? I definitely never said cafeteria at school. I can't even remember what I said for the school cafeteria. Was it cafeteria? Did I say cafeteria? I don't know. That's probably just me randomly thinking, but I've noticed it a little bit more. I don't know if it's just because I'm not based in London. Obviously, I'm based down in Brighton on the south coast, but there's certain words, like people say high school. I've never said high school in my life for secondary. I've always said secondary school. So I'm noticing it more and more, like the more of these videos I do.
I'm smoking gas like a cylinder. I grip the 50 like Vivica. I get the packs and I send them down. Ride dirty like a millionaire.
This is what I love about Burna Boy, man. The guy is... what he is most known for is essentially an Afrobeat sound that is very kind of it's structured very nicely alongside a lot of UK sort of sounds as well. He fits very nicely into that kind of UK circle, and the thing about that is he's able to kind of take what he does and place it onto so many different other sounds and so many other genres, and this is a perfect example of it. This isn't a sort of instrumental you'd expect Burna Boy to kind of come in and sound so natural over, but he does sound so natural over it. He's so good at naturally aligning his vocal kind of texture with the texture of the instrumental below. He doesn't sound overbearing. It doesn't sound too much. He just sounds like he's supposed to be there.
Like malaria. I do the rub on myself because I do not fuck with no niggas. I do not fuck with no niggas. These niggas too fucking stinky.
Again, the vocal switch we've just heard on that. He went from a very deep kind of gravelly nasal tone, instantaneously switching it up and then going back up into this much more energetic, expressive vocal. It's something we've noticed more and more from Burna. He's just, again, it's that versatility within a tune. We've heard like 3 or 4 different things from him on this tune already, which is absolutely crazy to hear, man. I think he's, for what he does, his versatility, I feel, is quite an underrated trait of what he does. We know he's got hooks. We know he's got sing-alongs. It's the versatility for me that makes him really, really stand out.
Because I'm not Jerry Springer, side by side with hammers. Anywhere to the window. I come black with the regalia.
Just a little note on the instrumental as well. I think the production on this is very, very cold. We've got those sort of rolling 808s. They're not drilly 808s though. They're much more kind of typical trappy 808s, and we've got that kind of almost like kind of sad boy rap kind of guitar line. That very, very simple acoustic pluck guitar line. We've got very, very simple drum patterns as well, which is why I think I relate it to that sort of more sort of Americanized style of rap we're hearing more and more of. I think it's called sad boy rap. That's what I call it anyway. But it's quite interesting to then hear Headie One, who is generally quite like an uplifting performer in what he does. He is a performer that kind of not necessarily portrays always a positive message, but there's always something you can take from it. It's still uplifting in the way he performs. Same with Burna. There's usually an uplifting kind of sound to it. So to hear those two mesh, it's quite interesting.
The middle finger for the government.
They found a $1 like Siberia. They catch me, my face is familiar. I have my shack in a school cafeteria. The man just
the transition between Burna's vocal and then into the chorus block as well, super smooth on that one, really nicely put together. From a compositional view, this one's just gone up and up and up, and that's what you want to do from a production angle, in my opinion. You always want to be going up. You always want to be taking your tune to the next level of intensity, and that's definitely something they've done on this. So props to everyone involved in regards to the actual structuring of the tune. Really cool. I'm enjoying the video as well. It's quite stripped back. It just looks like they're in a couple of locations more than anything else. There's not and they're quite minimal in the way they've been done. We've seen like out in, I would presume Siberia, but it could just have been shot anywhere where there's snow. And then we've seen Burna Boy as well, somewhere warm by the looks of things. So yeah, it's cool. It's stripped back. There's not too much going on, but that's fine for the type of tune this is, I think.
visit me, now they got bro and they say I'm the visit. Like Siberia. They catch me, my face is familiar. I have my shack in a school cafeteria. The man
hearing that in the background as well, Burna kind of going over the background with the sort of harmonic kind of riffs vocally, sounds really, really cool. Again, nice way of fusing both vocalists together on the last section. Also, the Shivers Regal in the ice. I'm a fan of that. I don't tend to drink Shivers Regal. Single malt guy myself, but I just like that idea of putting a whiskey glass in the ice. I've always kind of liked that.
Goofy, you could get shot like a movie. You could get hit with a 2-piece. Your blood gets spun with a Uzi. Bang, bang, bang.
It's something new we're hearing from Burna more and more. He just seems to pop up at the end of tunes more and more, which is really cool. I'm enjoying this, man. I mean, we are about to finish the tune, so I'll let it run out and then we'll get into the finale. But yeah, just in general, I think Burna Boy definitely came in and made his impact on this one. I think Headie was solid. It's not my favourite Headie tune. It's not my least favourite. We're seeing a lot of expression from him vocally, which is really cool. But yeah, I think Headie's verse and chorus are solid, but I think Burna's verse and outro are what kind of may take it to the next level, you know, which is what you want from a collab, realistically.
You could get shot in the mouth.
There we go. End of that one. Let's just put that on there. There we go. Right then, my people. Hope you did enjoy this reaction video. Sounds of Headie One alongside Burna Boy. Feature alongside Burna Boy for Siberia. Really, really enjoyed this one. It was cool. It wasn't what I was expecting, and obviously it got better and better as it went on. I think Headie One definitely warmed into the tune. The more I heard of Headie One over the instrumental, it made more and more sense. So just in general, solid from the pair of them. There we go. That's my general opinion on this one. If you did enjoy, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like and a comment, all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.